So a singer in Twilight is literally a human whose blood sings to the vampire in question. So like what Bella is to Edward, it's a specific human whose blood is the most appealing to a specific vampire. That's why Edward goes on about how Bella is his own personal brand and why he was acting like this. But there's actually a few very cursed details about the lore of singers that we've come to know over the years. There are humans whose blood in general is just more appealing to vampires, and Bella is one of those humans, but specifically she's Edward's singers, and it says infrequently a specific human will smell nearly irresistible to a specific vampire. That human is known as a singer among vampires because his or her blood sings for the vampire in question. Singers are individual phenomena. A person whose blood sings for one vampire will not have the same effect on all vampires. While there are some humans whose scents are more appealing to vampires in general, that appeal does not reach the level of a singer. Singers are considered by most vampires to be a great find, the drinking of whose blood is an experience to be savored. So singers are not a romantic connection. It has nothing to do with mates. Actually, vampires in Twilight do not have predetermined mates. It really is just about the blood being extra tasty, although there is another little curse detail to that, which I will get to. But examples of singers we see in the text are obviously Edward and Bella, and also how this came up was Alice's backstory. And Alice, when she was human, she was actually James's singer, meaning this James, the tracker from Twilight, and that's why he was hunting her, because she was his singer. Emmett also had two singers actually, and he unalived them both. Now here is where it gets weird. Stay with me. It seems, as far as we know, that only male vampires can have singers. We have no examples of the contrary, and that probably has to do with this other little curse detail about how a male vampire is more likely to impregnate his human singer. Stay with me. So Bella was Edward's singer, right? And he impregnated her with Little Rock Melon on like the first try, right? But do you remember in Breaking Dawn, the other hybrid, Nawel? This is a whole other can of worms, but basically his father was this like mad scientist who was purposely trying to create hybrids with humans, and he tried it for years and years and years, and he was successful 4 times with Nawel and his 3 sisters. But he had this theory that the more appealing a human's blood was to him, the more likely he was to conceive with them. And Nawel's mother was actually Joachim Singer, and Stephanie actually confirmed this. So yeah, I really don't like any of that or what's being implied with that. I don't like it at all, but it actually is not a romantic thing, but it's potentially actually a reproductive thing.